What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-High Radio. Shout in as always. I got my podcast partner off in this thing, OG Gangsta Wicked, aka Big Galaxy, man. What the hell's going on, Galaxy?
I'm trying to see how I wanna rock it. How I'm looking at myself. I might just turn that thing on backward. Like, there you go.
See that? I'm so sick of you already. I mean, you put out one record and then now you just turn the swag on every morning.
I'm a superstar, and over the weekend, it was confirmed.
What?
Yeah. It was confirmed. I was at Trap City Cafe. In case you don't know what that is, because you was never a trapper.
I was one of the greatest of all time. Actually, I won it three times in a row.
You wasn't a trapper. You were a tapper.
Oh, hell no! Stop right there. I do not tap dance for nobody. And if you agree with me, buy the shirt below.
But no, seriously, I was at the Trap City Cafe with Planet Pete. That's Lil Pete from DSGB.
What up, though, Pete?
And you know what I'm saying? We rocked some of the classics that him and Troy put out back in the day, man. The Vice Versa, man. No More Play. And Tip them even posted, posted it from the club.
Yeah.
So it was a beautiful thing. We dropped the Break the Bank with me and CeeLo, so I did a verse from that right there, even though CeeLo didn't show up, but I did a verse.
Because Lo was off in Brazil, okay, doing a big ass concert show.
So he said.
Yeah.
They might have tape delayed that. Man, I was in Brazil 5 weeks ago. Lo was sitting up at the crib, but nah, man, it was just a great weekend, man. I've been working a lot, so. Doing a lot of different appearances, popping up. You know what I'm saying, getting this record ready. I did want to shout out my distribution deal that I did with with New Age and Virgin together. You know what I'm saying? So we getting ready to go into a full blood campaign. April the 19th is going to be the release date for the actual record, because they set a new release date from what me and you just dropped. So they finna get ready and redrop it. Through them, and so everything is just beautiful. And I will say, the Trap City Cafe, they got some good food. Have you been there?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is Tip back there cooking in the back? Is Tip back there trapping and cooking?
I mean, he might be back there jamming in the kitchen, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting at Ema Wings. They playing my boy DJ Quik tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The pretty women talking to me.
That's right.
I'm feeling great. It's been a beautiful weekend, man. It's been a beautiful movement that's starting to take form. Everything that I prayed about. After I don't kind of change my whole life and stuff, is starting to fall in place. Even a lot of the people that be on the podcast and the comments and stuff, they starting to see the little difference. They starting to, Galaxy was had. And so it's love all around, and we starting to see that love prevails over hate, man.
That's real, man. I mean, you say you was in there jamming the DJ Quik, though.
Yes, sir. Y'all, man, Quik. And I had saw something one time online about the top producers and stuff. Yeah. And I said something. I said, why ain't DJ Quik in there? As the top. DJ Quik, man, could easily be on Dre's level.
Come on.
On Dr. Dre's level, as far as producer go. I mean, because like I said, when we in the club, DJ Greg Street, he bumping Quik, and it really brought it back to my memory. When I'm in these clubs, I'm there for a few different reasons. I'm there to promote whatever I have going on. I'm there to see, what type of establishment it is. This is something that we can go in and we can do shows and people are going to appreciate what we're doing. And also to listen to music that I had don't forgot about. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times I go to these spots and then I'll be like, man, I had to forgot about, this record from Juvenile. Or, I forgot about this record from Scarface or this, that. And so, I say Quik because I hadn't heard, especially down here in Atlanta. I'm sure on the West Coast, you go in the club, you're going to hear it.
Exactly.
But, here in the Trap Cafe, what I'm saying, he and DJ Quik, it brought back to my memory, and I said, you know what, let me remember when I come on Beehive to show DJ Quik some love, because he is a super producer. He is all-time great, and I could argue him being, right there with any of them. With Dre, I don't care who you throw out, I could throw Quik right there.
Why do you feel like Quik doesn't get the recognition that he deserves?
I think...
And I got a good follow-up for that, too, man.
I think that the reason Quik don't get the... I don't know. I don't know him. I don't met him a few times back in the day. I don't know. I haven't, did 20 years.
Yeah.
You're in a market out there that, the biggest state.
Yeah.
You had, some of the greatest rappers and movements of all time come out of there. Maybe just got lost in the shuffle. It happens sometimes. We're talking about, Eazy-E, Eazy Does It, one of the greatest albums of all time. We're talking about Dre and they movement, Snoop, forever. Some of the E40s, Too Shorts, you know what I'm saying? Let's go back to some of the guys that you may not listen to, the Mac Malls, the Mac Dre's. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? These are legendary rappers out there. Maybe he just got lost in the sauce of everything. It happens.
That man dropped Born and Raised in Compton.
Right.
When I heard that song as a young boy, we had to put that thing on repeat because the track was so damn crazy.
Right.
But then he was snapping just as hard as the track was snapping.
Right.
Which automatically made me think, should I be from Compton? My whole thing is with Quik is that he's one of the greatest producers ever, and he deserves the recognition. But I follow up to the last question that I asked you about recognition. How important is recognition to an artist's career? And what kind of recognition is necessary? Because I know what DJ Quik did for my childhood, and I know and respect his music from what I heard, unbiased opinion.
Right.
But where does the recognition fall into everything?
Well, the recognition, a lot of it is just self-fulfillment, one.
Okay.
Because it all goes hand in hand. If you're recognized properly, then people will put you on the pedestal, and therefore you have a lot more self-love for yourself. It is what it is. People can always sit up here, man, I don't need nobody to show me no love. We all want validation. That's what we do, what we do. You get up and go to work for your wife for validation. You get up and go to work and for your kids for validation. Yeah. If you're single, you get up for your honeys on Friday when you hit the club or to go do whatever. If there was no validation, then what would life be? If we're not trying to show somebody something, have somebody proud of us, somebody look up to us. You understand what I'm saying? So for a person to say, I don't need nobody validation, I look for validation from my mother when I was coming up. I just want to make her proud.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? You want to make your kids proud. So that's validation. Hey, I'm doing this for validation as well as I love you. I think that with Quik, it's very important because he's not a guy that doesn't deserve it. So it probably hurts worse when you halfway there and you kind of fighting for yours. I can live with, if I'm not great as an Outcast, if I'm not great as a Goody Mob, if I'm not great as Tip or Jeezy, Jordan, this and that, I'm all right with it. You understand what I'm saying? But Quik might not be all right with it. Quik feel like his resume is,
it deserves.
He feel like he deserves that more, not just to be just mentioned, but he probably deep down in his heart feel like he was just as, the best. And he's probably done did songs that we don't know about. We know about the classic stuff, but what about a lot of stuff that he don't just mix the record and made it a great record? Or they sent him over there and he added to some of the stuff. Because him and Dre were like this. Exactly. It's the same thing going back to our friend Daz. When I told you, I said Daz is not a hater. Quik is the same way. And see, when you got a person like Daz and you got a person like Quik that they're not out here screaming from a mountaintop like Wick. Because if I'm Daz, if I'm Quik, I'm up here saying fuck the world, fuck all y'all. You know what I'm saying? You see, I talk shit without you feel me? So they're humble guys, and sometimes you can be too humble to a fault also. A closed mouth don't get fed. Sometimes you got to cuss a motherfucker out and say, look, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Look at me. Watch, we talking about all these other niggas. Look at me. And then when you don't do that, sometimes you pack in anger. You pack in anger because you expect people to knock on your door and tell you was the greatest. But you didn't yell that shit. So I think that Quik.
But if your work spoke for itself, why should you have to yell it?
Sometimes your work speaks for itself, but you still, it's like in pro sports, that player that was that was great, but he's quiet, so he wasn't the face of the league. So you leave him out. You leave out a Tim Duncan. Anytime you're always talking about the greatest, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. You gonna talk about everybody, but Tim Duncan. You even talk about Shaq. Shaq got 4 rings. Duncan got 5 or 6. I can't remember. You see what I'm saying? Then he was in the market in San Antonio. A man of very few words. So how many people always, when they talking about the greatest, bring Tim Duncan name up? You know why? Because he wasn't a rah-rah type guy. Hey, look at me. Maybe he should have did that. Maybe right before he retired, he should have slapped out 1 or 2 niggas in there and said, you know, I'm the greatest. You know,
well, Andre 3000 never said he was the greatest.
Andre 3000 been on every podcast in the country playing a flute. Somebody just happened to always record him when he's at Steak and Shake or Arby's or some old shit playing his flute.
He had the DMV.
Yeah, and somebody always got a camera and said, that's Andre 3000. Half the time, I don't even know it looked like Andre 3000. I'd be like, is that real? How do y'all know it's Andre 3000? The man got on a mask. I mean, but... you know, some people...
So why does he get his recognition, but he doesn't have to go around? Or do you feel like Andre still don't get the recognition of the other contemporaries of his time?
No, Andre gets...
Or why don't Big Boy get the recognition that they
That's
give
what
to
I was
Andre?
about to say. You took it out of my mouth. Big is the one that can feel a certain kind of way. Dre gets his and beyond.
Okay.
I think deep down, if we talk to Dre, that I think that maybe he would say the same thing. You know, if you say I'm this, you got to say Big Boy that. That's what a lot of times that irks me.
Dre has always said the Big was the better rapper though.
And I'm not gonna just say which one is better, because collectively they are one to me.
I'm with you.
Yeah, 1 is none, 2 is 1.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
1, y'all remember that? 1 is none. 2 is 1.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So they're one person to me. Yeah. They're one entity to me. So neither one are the greatest without the other to me.
Okay.
But you cannot sit up here always talking about Andre and not talking. That's why, I poke the beast every now and then. Dre already know I love him. Dre know I respect him. Dre know he is one of the greatest, but so is Big Boy. Yeah. And when they be in my comments talking about everything about Dre, now you talk about Big too.
That's right.
It's not one song that I don't heard that Big Boy ain't snapped on or pulled his weight right there beside Andre 3000. You know, some verses I lean toward Big on the verse. Some of them I lean toward Andre. But it ain't none where I just say, man, Big Boy whack. Big Boy should have did that. You see what I'm saying? Same when I was saying about Luda. I ain't never heard a verse from Luda. I just say,
who are 3 rappers that you feel like deserve more recognition than what they've received that impacted you greatly?
I just said that it impacted me. Now, if you talk about impacted me, we're gonna go back to back in the day. I always pull for the underdog. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of rappers that I might like, you got a commercial fan base now. You know, a lot of them are on status. You see what I'm saying? So they might not. But for me, I would have to say Scarface. I listen to everything Ghetto Boys. You know what I'm saying? But
do you feel like Face don't get the love? Because I feel like folks go crazy over Face.
They do. His fan base. But when you're saying the greatest, it's always gonna be Big, Pac, Jay. The same cast of characters. Kanye. Same cast.
I've heard Face slide in that conversation a few times. He has,
it's always on the Reebok though. It's always from the fans not letting you forget. No, this Face. I'm talking about when these lame podcasters, they think they are competition. They gonna making these lists, and they throwing stuff. Then the fans are coming have to check them. You know what I'm saying? So then you'll see. No, what about Face? But there's a few rappers. You know how I feel about Snoop Dogg. I loved Eazy-E. There was a lot of New York rappers that I grew up on. Maybe this fan base right here is predominantly South and West Coast. We do have a lot of up north people check in. But I'm saying strictly out of New York. Slick Rick. You know what I'm saying? I liked Dana Dane. People always saying MS the best.
I'm going to tell you somebody's that don't get the just due that they deserve. And when I say it, you're going to feel me. Do or Die.
Oh man, do you want to ride?
I think they were one of the greatest rap groups of all time. Come on, man.
Chopping on some do or die. That was what?
Twister. The motherfucker came better recognize.
Hey, and Twister is my buddy. Twister, and you know what, Twister, I'm sorry. I saw Twister at the Freaknik. Remember we did a Freaknik concert? And everywhere I've ever seen Twister at, Twister's a Ghetto Mafia fan. He will tell you that. No, he's a fan of mine.
Yeah.
And I'm a bigger fan of his.
Yeah.
And every time I see Twister, you know, it's like, I'll be like, just like with Quik. I say when I come back on here, I gotta remember, I gotta say something because that's a man that went from the underground route. I say there's two types of rappers, two types of ways that people got to the finish line. There's some rappers that they never had to put out independent albums. They got a deal directly with the machine. They auditioned for somebody. They got spotted in the mall. You know, like Crisscross with JD. With JD. You had the look. Friend told him about friend. You at the right place at the right time.
Somebody uncle.
That type of stuff. That. But then you got, artists like, E40 who I mentioned. That we had to get it out the trunk.
That's right.
And then when you see their progression and never giving up, and then they finally make it and they can sit down. I put those who I pull for the underdogs. You know what I'm saying? Here's a guy that I like too. A lot. I don't think he get and maybe because his antics, but it's two guys and they out of Miami, and one called Plies, and one called Rose. You see what I'm saying? And Trick Daddy. I got to throw Trick in there. Because Trick jumped it off. Bitch, you don't know damn. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So,
man, Trick Daddy.
So there's a lot of rappers that don't get they just do. But I don't think nobody, and if we go back to production, is underestimated and silenced, to the rap community more than DJ Quik, man. I mean, just like I haven't even talked about Quik. Quik is all time great, and I'm gonna talk about him more, and I'm gonna talk about Twister more too.
Well, when you talk about just producers in general, producers kind of take the background to the artist a lot of times.
I was gonna say that, and I lost my train of thought. Then when you asked me why wasn't Quik why wasn't he like Andre or them, and I was gonna say that because Andre and Big Boy rap. They've had rap albums, so therefore that's a totally.
But Quik had rap albums
he
too,
did,
brother.
but not to the. He don't have a career in rap as Outkast. Come on, be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, born and raised in Compton.
No, I ain't saying he ain't made great records. We're talking about Outkast, man. We're talking about the all-time selling group. You try to compare DJ Quik is rapping to Outkast. Now I'm gonna have to go with Outkast on this one right here. Much as I want to talk about Dre, but Quik did both. Quik did both. I think that
Quik had platinum and gold albums though, sir. So I mean, what are we talking about?
Did he sell 10 million on one of them?
It don't matter if you didn't sell 10 million.
You said the last time I was in here, you said that's what mattered. You be forgetting your arguments. The last time you were here, that's what you said.
What you're not about to do is that like, DJ Quik is chop suey and he ain't sold millions of records.
I the one brought up DJ Quik in the club. Well, see how you try to turn the conversation and make me out to be the bad guy to the people. This is the definition of psychology. That's what it is. You're a psychology major. This is the definition. I started off talking about how great Quik was, and then I'm the hater.
Well, you turn it to DJ Quik ain't got nothing on Outkast. Now you the Outkast fan.
Oh my God. DJ Quik is all-time great. I done said that 50,000 times.
Okay.
Matter of fact,
but you tried to say that his rap career didn't do nothing, but he's a gold.
No, I didn't say he didn't do nothing. I said that he wouldn't. His rap career wasn't Outkast's rap career. It was
still one of the best rap careers. A lot of folks will trade their career for DJ Quik's rap career.
Absolutely, I would trade any song for Tonight. That's like my favorite song. I hear that right now. More than a life, but it ain't Quik. It's just a hard hit. Come on, man.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I mean, but no, we got to give props to Quik. And what about? Let me ask you. You keep talking about the production of Quik. What would you say is the top 5 best produced albums of all time? With Quik being your top 5, if I asked you what would be the top 5 best produced albums of all time, and I know I'm throwing you on the spot because you know what I'm saying. You know, right here to remember that. But would you put Quik in 5?
I would put him in there simply because he produced on 2pac's All Eyez on Me album. Did some mixing and stuff.
All Eyez on Me album. You think that's in the top 5 of best produced albums? Not best produced. When I say production, I'm talking beats. I'm talking about you play everything. The tracks are on point. I ain't talking about 2pac rapping.
No, buddy. So then when you
I think Makaveli was a better album than All Eyez on Me. That's me personally.
I'm a Makaveli fan my damn self, but that All Eyez on Me, first of all, when he came with that double album, it had never been done before, and it changed the face and the landscape of hip-hop after that. Niggas didn't even understand that somebody could come with a double album and snap all the way through that thing, and the production be hard all the way through. There's not a whack song on All Eyez on Me, sir.
There's not a lot of whack songs on anything 2pac has ever did, but I think that Makaveli was sonically a better record, sonically. That's from Burn One. Burn One taught me.
Sonic album ever made, though.
I don't know. I can't agree with that. And see, you know what? You know what? Since we just kind of went into, you know, pivoted into this, we should let the fans, you know, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop it to the fans, the best 5 sonically produced albums of all time. I'm going to come back in here tomorrow. I'm going to look at every single comment. Some of the people that's in the comments, I'm going to say something to them. I want them to put their top 5 sonically, the best sonically done albums, production-wise, and put it 1 through 5. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna come in tomorrow, and I'm gonna put my 5 based off of what I see in there. Okay. Now, I will tell you right now, All Eyez on Me might be in my top 5, but it definitely ain't number 1. I can tell you right now, 2pac All Eyez on Me is not the number 1.
Give me 3 albums that you
I'm gonna do that tomorrow at 10 o'clock. We're gonna let the people. So you trying to hold, I don't want to get held to nothing right this second.
You ain't got to be held to nothing, but I'm talking about a Wick. When Wick gets in his car and he
number 1, I'm gonna say The Chronic.
Okay.
It just off if you put a gun in my head right now and I have to just yell an album, even though a lot of them were samples on there. I don't. Come on, man. Welcome to Death Row. Eyez. It's just come on, Lady of Rage. Dance Corrupt. It didn't get no that to me right now. If you still got Biggie out there. You got so many. You got Ryan Dirty sonically. You got so many albums that we're gonna be 50 Cent.
Get Rich or Die Trying.
Get Rich or Die Trying. You see what I'm saying? So there's so many things that we're leaving.
Warren G's album.
Oh my, Regulators might be the best. Just one of the best songs
ever made.
Ever. That and Tonight. No, we were talking about. God. You see.
But okay, so then this is just a quick tangent. I got to ask you this. Does Warren G have the same right to be just as pissed off as DJ Quik?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Damn.
And so therefore, I cannot wait to get here tomorrow. I'm glad we're gonna do this tomorrow. I'm gonna be here at 10 o'clock. Okay. Y'all tune in, and I'm gonna look at y'all's list, and I'm gonna do a list, and I'm gonna reference 1 or 2 of the people in the comments that this is what the closer their list is to what I think mine is who I'm gonna shout out tomorrow on the show. 10 o'clock, y'all tune in. But for the day, give me your top 5. I'm gonna check it out. Beehive will have our top 5, and we'll drop it to them tomorrow at 10. How about that?
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
All right.
Y'all get down with the movement, man. Hit them comments. Let us know how y'all feel. What are y'all top 5 produced albums in hip-hop history? And some of your favorite producers. Who do y'all feel like doesn't get enough recognition? And just anything else you want to get off your chest. Beehive Radio shouting. Y'all see him, the galaxy. We out of here. Go.